One of the new additions to the conference, the Utah Utes, coming off a 23-11 season, their last season in the Pac-12, rolling off 3 straight years of winning at least one NCAA tournament game. Now in the Big 12, and their players enjoying the festivities so far here at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. First Big 12 Media Days. Behind-the-scenes action taking place. There they are. You got the mascots on hand. You got Swoop in the house. And as well, the head coach, Lynn Roberts, joining us. Coach, you taking part in any of these photo shoots or anything? You're just watching from a distance?
There's been a couple, but I let them have their moment. I don't, no one needs to see me dribbling a ball.
What has it been like joining this new conference after a number of years in the Pac-12?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, we get asked a lot, what are you looking forward to? What are you most, and there's a lot of unknowns. I don't know. I know it's a great league. I know there's tremendous coaching, but there's going to be a lot of new venues I've never been to. There's going to be a lot of teams I've never played. There's some that I obviously have, but it's a lot of new, so there's going to be a learning curve there, but I'm confident in who we have and our returning group and where our program is at, so we're ready to get rolling.
Well, we got to introduce the Big 12 fans to your style of play. You are top 10 in assists and three-pointers made, so we like to get a lot of points up on the board. Tell us a little bit about your system and how it's led to so much success for the Utah program.
Yeah, I think we figured out a few years ago that we have to, the recruits that want to be at the U, like what is, you kind of have to look big picture. And so we've really honed in on shot quality and really have dove deep into the analytics piece of it and figured out, I won't bore you with all the geeky numbers, but
we got time. You can bore us, believe me.
No. We don't have enough time for me to really nerd out, but it's very predicated on sharing the ball and taking the highest shot qualities. And, I didn't major in math, but 3 is more than 2. So if we can hit more 3s than 2s, we're going to score more points. And the object of the game is to score more points. So we've really dove into that.
You went 3 straight years winning an NCAA tournament game. That's the first time that's been done in program history. What does that do for the recruiting base? How does that help bring in even more players, better players into this program?
Well, I think we've established ourselves nationally as a reputable program. And as I've said, this year's team is really good, but I feel good about where our program is at. It's not just a team, it's a program. And, that does help in recruiting. And, we're not satisfied with what we've done. We want to continue to gain and gain national respect. I feel like we're sometimes not talked about as much as other teams that have done similar things. And so, respect is earned, and we want to continue earning that respect.
And we'll talk about a few of the players on your makeup, and we got to start with getting Gianna Napkins back on the court, a player who averaged over 16 points and one of the prolific three-point shooters on your team. She went down with an injury last year. What's it like to have her back on the court?
It's great. I mean, she, in a word, and that doesn't even do it justice, but, she brings a level of swagger and confidence to our group, and she is, she's by the end of the season, everyone in the country is going to know who she is, and if they don't already, she can score, she can rebound, she can shoot the 3, she's crafty. She was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Her sophomore year, she was first team All Pac-12, honorable mention All-American. Then last year, unfortunately, she gets injured. But sometimes that sitting out year can do some things for your mental game, and I think it will. But she's healthy, she's back, and I am a grateful coach for that.
She hit that adversity. I know you said last year at one point, when adversity hits, you can either step up to the challenge or run away, and we're not running away from anything. How do your players respond to that when they hear that motivational speak from you? I
think that's kind of who we are. That's certainly who I am. I've had to earn everything I've gotten, and I don't have any, there's no, that's who I am. And so I think our team kind of takes that persona on in terms of it doesn't matter what happens, we're going to get up and keep swinging and play the type of basketball that is our style, but also play the way we want to play and represent our university and our athletic department in the right way.
Last season, you put a name on the mark in Alyssa Pilley, playing so well and drafted to the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA. You have a little bit of a gap to fill, but you brought in some really incredible transfers to fill her shoes. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, I mean, I've been asked about Alyssa graduating and how are you going to react and what are you going to do? And yes, we're going to miss her without question. But it's my job to adapt and to fill-in players, and we've got 2 great transfers. Maya Torrey from Rhode Island, a grad transfer. She's going to help a lot. And then Kyra Evans from Michigan. Those are 2 bigs that I'm really excited about. But we have more than that at home, too. We have Jenna Johnson here, who's an all Pac-12 conference player, just a stud, just steady and so good. And she plays at the post position as well. Kennedy McQueen is a 5th-year senior. She'd run through a wall for our program. Gianna Neepkins, and then we've got Ines Vieira, our returning starting point guard. We've got a lot of people that are coming back, but then I'm excited about our freshmen. So, yes, we lose Peely. Yes, we will miss her. But I'm not scared about that, and I'm excited about who we have and what we're building, and we'll see how far we can go.
Looking forward to watching you all play in the Big 12 this year.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear from one of Coach's players. Hannah, who you got?
Alex, I'm joined now by Gianna Neepkins. Gianna, you were sidelined for most of last season with a broken foot. Now that you're back and healthy, how are you playing with a new perspective?
Yeah, I think all last year gave me a whole different perspective. I kind of see the game from a coach's perspective just because that's all you can be from the sideline. And so I feel like I know my teammates more. I understand my coaches and what they're teaching us a little bit more. So I learned a lot, and although it was tough, there's some blessings in disguise for sure.
It's a lot of information to take in, but what was your number one takeaway that will benefit you this year?
Yeah, I think like I said, I just really understand my teammates a lot more. But another thing is just really understanding how important it is to take care of your body. I think if I'm not healthy, then I can't be on the floor. So just taking care of my body, feeling right, sleeping right, eating right, and then just playing with joy because it can be taken away in a second. So.
Absolutely. And prior to your injury, you're putting up career points and rebounds, assists, and other points as well. So what are you focusing on now that you're going to be back and healthy?
Yeah, I think my goal is just to do whatever it takes to win this year. I'm not going to be focused on my stats at all. I just want to play the basketball I know how to play, get back where I was, be better than I was. So just focusing on winning a lot of games this year and enjoying the season with my teammates.
It's interesting you say that because you were a preseason All Big 12 selection to this team with names that are just at the top of their game right now, you included. So what does that mean to you heading into this year, even if you don't look at your stats and things like that?
Yeah, I'm super humbled and grateful to be part of that list. But again, I'm an extremely competitive person, so as long as we're winning games and hopefully I can contribute to winning those games, that's what's important to me.
Off the court, we just talked about how much you love pickleball, and you've actually played against Coach Roberts. You said you've never lost to her so far. Where does that competitiveness and love for pickleball come from?
I think in anything, I'm an extremely competitive person, and Coach Rob would say the same about herself. So if it's me and Coach Rob versus each other, we're going to be going at it. So let's just say it's good that we're on the same team when it comes to basketball.
Well, I love that competitive spirit, Gianna. Appreciate the time. Glad you're back and healthy and excited to see what you can accomplish this season.
Thank you very much.
Guys?